Hey everyone, Feminine Mommy here. Tonight, this evening, I'm going to go ahead and read some scripture to you. And the scripture that we're going to go with today is going to be Mark chapter 9, verse 14. And this is called The Healing of a Boy with an Evil Spirit. When they came to the other disciples, they saw a large crowd around them, and the teachers of the law arguing with them. As soon as all the people saw Jesus, they were overwhelmed with wonder and ran to greet him. Can you just imagine in this day and age if you saw Jesus? Would you run up to him? I feel like I would be a little nervous going up to Jesus because I know that he sees all, knows all, and I don't know, I'd feel nervous going up to him, but he wouldn't want me to feel nervous. He'd want me to run right up to him with open arms. What are you arguing with them about? He asked. A man in the crowd answered, Teacher, I brought you my son who is possessed by a spirit that has robbed him of speech. Whenever it seizes him, it throws him to the ground. He foams at the mouth, gnashes his teeth, and becomes rigid. I asked your disciples to drive out the spirit, but they could not. Oh, unbelieving generation, Jesus replied. How long shall I stay with you? How long shall I put up with you? Bring the boy to me. So they brought him. When the spirit saw Jesus, it immediately threw the boy into convulsion. He fell to the ground and rolled around, foaming at the mouth. Jesus asked the boy's father, How long has he been like this? I just feel like a lot of us have had evil spirits within us since childhood. And we were never able to really overcome that evil spirit. Not unless you were in the church. Me personally, I was in the church, but I wasn't taking church seriously. And it wasn't until now that I can finally understand the importance of Jesus, the importance of his teachings. He was able to unlock something within me that I thought was lost forever. He was able to unlock the inner child that has been crying out for the longest. And I just kept her shut for so long. But now she's out, smiling, happy, ready to enjoy this life that God has blessed us with. All right, so it says, from childhood, he said, it has often thrown him into fire or water to kill him. But if you can do anything, take pity on us and help us. If you can. If you can, said Jesus. I'm pretty sure Jesus was like, do you know who I am? Do you know what I can do? Everything is possible for him who believes. You have to continue to believe. Believe that Jesus will make a way for you. Even if you're in your darkest times. Even if it feels like the whole world is just crumbling around you. Jesus is able to make a way for you. Immediately the boy's father exclaimed, I do believe. Help me overcome my unbelief. When Jesus saw that a crowd was running to the scene, he rebuked the evil spirit. "You deaf and mute spirit," he said, "I command you, come out of him and never enter him again." The spirit shrieked, convulsed him violently, and came out. The boy looked so much like a corpse that many said, "He's dead." But Jesus took him by the hand and lifted him to his feet, and he stood up. Jesus knew he wasn't dead. But people during that time, have never seen a miracle like that performed. So they didn't know what to expect. After Jesus had gone indoors, his disciples asked him privately, "Why couldn't we drive it out?" He replied, This kind can come out only by prayer." They left that place and passed through Galilee. Jesus did not want anyone to know where they were, because he was teaching his disciples. He said to them, "The Son of Man is going to be betrayed into the hands of men. They will kill him, and after 3 days, he will rise." But they did not understand what he meant and were afraid to ask him about it. I know personally, if I was a disciple and Jesus told me that, I would be afraid of the answer too. Just knowing that he's the Son of Man, the Son of God, and just knowing that he was going to be betrayed, he was going to be killed, and then rise after 3 days. Yeah, I wouldn't understand any of that. I wouldn't understand any of that. And it would be hard for me to believe that that would actually happen. So I get why they were afraid to ask him about it. I understand. All right, so it says, "I'm becoming a woman of faith." Can you believe the unbelievable? Jesus gave his disciples power to drive out demons. And that's from Mark chapter 3, verse 14 through 15. But the disciples can't heal this particular boy who has an evil spirit. Why? And that's from Matthew chapter 17, verse 19 through 20. The boy's father has heard of Jesus and his disciples, and many people they have healed. So he brings his son. But when he says, "if you can," he shows that he doesn't really believe in Jesus. So the way you word your question matters. Jesus could tell immediately that he was not a believer. Here's some questions to think about. How does Jesus answer him? And you can find this answer in Mark chapter 9, verse 23. What does the Father ask Jesus to do? And you can also find this in Mark chapter 9, verse 24. Not believing in Jesus' power to do something can keep your faith from growing stronger. Like this boy's father, ask Jesus to help you defeat your unbelief. Anything is possible. Anything is possible with Jesus. Anything. Even when you can't see the possibilities, Jesus can see it. He can see it, and he knows how to use his power. Use his power to make everything happen and make everything work out how it's supposed to work out. All right, y'all. The sky is looking so beautiful right now. Can we just admire that beauty of God's creation? I know a lot of us don't take the time to just look up at the sky, but we should spend more time just looking at God's glory. That is not a filter, y'all. That is just the beauty of this world. The beauty that God created. Staring you right in the face. Alrighty. Well, I'll be back again to share some more scriptures, to share my journey, to see where this channel goes. I definitely want to focus on Jesus and being one of Jesus's disciples and spreading the good gospel to as many people as possible. So I'll be back again. All right, everyone. If no one has told you this, I love you. You are blessed and wonderfully made. Bye. Have a great night.